friends, welcome back to Make My World Mini. Today is going to be days 10 through 15, I do believe, only because of my inconsistent work schedule. I work several different shifts in a week. Adeline has her coffee on the table and she is working on her Christmas cards. I don't know if you know, but my favorite song is called Christmas Cards, I believe by Petula Clark. I will put it in the description below. I love that song and I will be singing that song this week. But Adeline is working on her Christmas cards, as I said, and I made her, do you guys remember from like, I think it was the 80s with the, it could have been earlier with the lap desk. Do you guys remember those? I know they've come back a couple times too. I don't know when they were real popular or trending or whatever. I don't know. But I made her one of those. I do want to paint and seal the top of her lap desk though, because I thought it was awesome. But we're going to go ahead and go on to the Play-Doh anvent. I didn't make anything out of the Play-Doh anvent, but yet I did. You'll see. Alright, let's go to that. Alright, here we are over at the Play-Doh anvent. Let's go ahead and do doors 10, 11, and 12. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on this today. Okay, so we got yellow Play-Doh now. And door number 10. Oh, that's cute. It looks like a wreath, but like a cake. Like a bundt cake. So we should try and make one of these. Maybe we could make a rainbow one, or maybe like a red and green one, or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but this might be fun, because it's definitely more appropriate size. Alright, so that was 10. Let's go on to 11. And we have like a pinkish purple. Purple, I guess you would say. It looks more purple to me in person. And what do we have behind this door 11? We have a Santa hat. Maybe we can make one of these out of Play-Doh, just not for the snowman kind of thing. Alright, and 12. We have blue. A darker blue than the other one that we got. But what's in here? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Looks like an ornament. So I'm not sure. Alright, so there was 10, 11, and 12. I just thought it was going to be more miniature food. But, you know, like, make it mini Play-Doh food. That would have been really cool. But I still have a lot of Play-Doh, or getting a lot of Play-Doh. I am making a bowl over here out of white instead of that color blue, because it was not the right color. I thought it was, but it's not. Okay, friends, so since my work schedule is just crazy or inconsistent, let's go ahead and do 13, 14, and 15 now. Let's go ahead. 13. What is behind door number 13? We have, oh, look at that gingerbread man. Now he is going to be not the right size, unless he's a cake. Then maybe he'd be a good size. Oh, we got more of this color that we can use for like meat and bread and stuff. Alright, 14. Alright, we got a very lime color green. And this looks like it could be like muffins. Oh, that looks cool. That could be. I like this. Alright, so we will have to try and maybe make some cakes or muffins. Maybe that could be a cake. And of course, this could be a jello or a cake, perhaps. Alright, so and 15. 15, and the last one for now is another color green, a little bit darker than that one. We have this tray in there of a tree. That's cute. That would make a good charcuterie board, maybe. Or again, another cake. It does look like Luna's cake from last year. Alright, so we'll have to make some goodies in the very near future. Okay, so now let me take you onto my simple creations. They were simple, but yet they took me time. You know, because I'm a beginner. I don't know. And I just do this for fun. As I said, I have a very inconsistent work schedule. So let's see what I tried to make. I tried to make some candles from the 60s and 70s. I don't know if you guys know or remember, but they used to put lighted candles on Christmas trees and it was a fire hazard. So I tried to make some. This one looks so wonky. I don't know. And then you know the candles that you had at church. I don't know if you guys know that either, but they would do like a candlelight service. I don't know if they still do that on Christmas Eve, and they would hold candles in church. This one looks more like cotton candy to me instead of a flame. So perhaps I need to go back and redo my candles. But I also tried to make paper flowers. I don't think this would be the right paper. I think a tissue paper or a crepe paper, what is that, or streamer paper would be much, much better to make the flower. But I wanted to give it a try, see how I would do. Here's a couple of my little, like, fails, but we'll improve, right? We can improve. All right, and then I wanted to make some desserts from the 60s and 70s, and fruitcake was a really popular thing. I don't know if my fruitcake looks like a fruitcake, so I don't think so. But it works. It's cute. It'll be great for the dolls. The dolls don't care. But back in the 60s and 70s, if you gave someone, which the housewives or the wives back then would make these and give it, soak it in alcohol and give it as a gift. And it was like something that was very thoughtful back then. Now the fruitcake that we know today, I don't know if it tasted the same as back in the 60s and 70s when they'd make it homemade. I don't know, but I do know it was a dense cake. But anyway, a little bit of fruitcake history. If you gave it as a gift, it was supposed to mean thoughtfulness, probably because of all the alcohol that was in it. You know, everybody would have some cheer. But through time, that faded away because either people didn't like it or because it was loaded with all the alcohol. Alright, here's my reindeer Play-Doh cookie that I made. I decided to seal it on the plate so that we'd have it forever. I think it turned out cute. And then I wanted to make these things dessert from the 60s and 70s. They were called Oreo opera creams. That's what they were called. So I decided to make them. Mine look more like peppermint patties though. Here, let me see if I can see. I still think they look really cute on the plate, but I do feel like we need something on the plate like a, here, let's see if I could get it to focus better. There we go. My camera's not the greatest camera ever. I bought it like, oh my goodness, 7 or 8 years ago, maybe, something like that. But anyway, so I think they're cute though. Don't you guys think so? I think the opera creams were a little bit more like a different kind of cream than what peppermint patties have. But I still think these turned out really adorable. So I really like these. These will go on the table probably. And then I decided to make from the 60s and 70s. It was called a cornucopia ornament. So I made the ornament out of paper. And then I colored it with alcohol markers, or you could use paint. And then I made little treats out of Play-Doh. And I'll show you the little treats. Here they are on a plate. So I made like little gel candies. Do you remember those from the 60s and 70s? The nougat. See the white little nougat? That does look kinda. If I could just get my camera to focus better. There we go. And then the candy cane out of the Play-Doh. And you guys already seen me use the cookie cutters, but they were buttons from Hobby Lobby to make the little gingerbread man. And then I just wrapped them and put them in the cornucopia ornament. And then this ornament is supposed to be, you know, like put on the tree. So we will put these cornucopia ornaments with treats on the tree. I only made 2 because I didn't want to overpower the tree. This one I made red, and I put the little treats in there. And I do apologize that I am combining 10, 11, and 12 with 13, 14, and 15. But I had to do that so that I could go back to creating, so I can hopefully give you guys something good on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I don't know. I'm trying. Please be patient with me. But let's go back and visit Adeline before we go. So we are back over here with Adeline. I just wanted to show you the record player one more time. It is going to go into Star's. I do want to put it like on a table in Star's house. But my husband did make a record that comes off. I just would like to put like a little cover right here of like Christmas music or something, like candy canes or something. I do have a card. If you guys don't know, I use sticker tags. I don't have them over here. I use like sticker tags or gift tags. Here they are. 100 peel. I was going to say 100%. I'm slow. 100 peel and stick gift tags. Holiday time. I found these at Walmart for like $1.06. So there are some on here that maybe I could use on the record. But we're going to pretend at the moment she is going to put on Christmas music. And then this little tree that I made out of paper and I spray painted, guess what it does? It lights up. I helped it light up by a twist light that my husband bought the packages off of Amazon. And now it lights up. It is so cute. Let's see if it'll show up. There it goes. Isn't that so cute? I thought so too. I was like, oh, I made it light up. I'm so happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video with me. I know it's not much for days 10 through 15, but again, I'm working inconsistent schedule and I'm tired and I have other stuff to do when I get home. So please be patient with me. I hope you enjoy what I am sharing. I am just creating it off the whim or as it comes to my mind. Like this little lap desk came to my mind this morning and I'm like, I wonder how fast I can make it. So there you go. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this time with me. I will see you soon. Try again in 3 days from the 15th. 16th, 17th, 18th, so maybe the 18th or 19th. We'll look around there, okay? All right, but in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful December. You're having a wonderful December. Maybe you can relax, enjoy, and create in your mini world, and I'll see you next time. Bye.